Sleep or any other. Of course, I'm not sure whether all of these provide the same statistics, but regardless of that, you could just know a little bit more about the behavior of your audience. And then on top of that, learn when, for example, to post your content. Learn what content travels more on Facebook, causes more reactions or clicks on Facebook, what content causes more reactions on Twitter, for example. If you use different links or the same link and you can see the statistics where the referrals are, you can use this. We have created a custom URL shortening service for a couple of clients because they asked, and it's quite easy. You can do it in many different ways. Of course, some of them are cheaper than the other. But you can have a custom short URL for your website. Do you remember that instead of facebook.com/darko.buldioski, I have written just fb.me/darko.buldioski because Facebook is using that fb.me as a short URL. So whenever you have some sort of username or page or something like that, is at the same time I'm missing a word. Never mind. Is at the same time available as with the long one, and it's much easier to share because when you want your content to travel, you can put your Twitter or your Facebook profile or page on your business card, on your brochure. It will look much more easier for people to see, to remember it, and to type it in the browser. And of course, you have statistics, which you're supposed to like because they can tell you what you're doing good or bad. Most of the charts are coming from this website. Basically, there are two surveys, but divided in several different posts, created by this guy Dan Zarella. Comes from the US. Most of the statistics are for US, but we have seen more or less the same behavior in other studies. So I've used these charts. You can find more on his website. So Facebook sharing by day of the week. You see?
So this is a general chart?
Yeah, yes. This is a general chart. So you see how Monday goes red, Friday, Thursday goes red. That means people have to work. People work.
Yeah, Monday is so tough.
Whenever you try to push content to promote something on Monday, especially during the working hours, it's really tough. We have done ourselves many times. I mean, I don't know, you write a blog post, it happens to be Monday, you publish it, and you see that it doesn't go. People don't share the link because they don't have time for that.
Is this global average or?
Sorry?
Is this globally or?
Yes, this is globally, and don't take me for granted, but I think that there is a huge data set that this guy collected and then created the analysis. So it is kind of relevant because we had a really huge data set collected, and it was for global use.
I'm just thinking that in different countries could be.
Of course.
In my country, if you post something on Saturday, I think.
Well, I would say it depends on the weather. Really, it depends on the weather. If it's sunny outside, then yes. But now, then the question is, for example, for Facebook, how many people in your country use Facebook on their mobile phone?
Yeah, I remember I was in the UK in 2007 and the summer was very rainy. It's much more rainy than other summers, so the Facebook activity busted.
It's easy. Sometimes you have to put your head outside the window and make the decision whether you want to put some content online or not. I mean, it's easy as that. That's a useful tip, believe me. Or you have to follow or to listen your audience, your community, because for instance, for more than 10 days in Macedonia on Twitter, there's only one topic that is discussed, and this is this protest that I mentioned earlier before. And I mean, it's really difficult to even try to put any other content and to be noticed outside of this set of topics, which is, I don't know, police brutality, media, how they suck and stuff like that. So if you're not aware of that, you could just put your content out there, no one will see it, everyone will pass, and you will just keep wondering what happened, why no one noticed your content, if you don't know what's happening there. And you have to follow this stuff. So yes, this is a kind of data that can give us a clue, but you have to learn it by yourself. You have to do it by making mistakes at your own, trial and error. Everything that works online, that happens online, you have to learn it by yourself, because different countries, different audiences, different services, many different behaviors and expectations by people. This is US market, obviously, because Obama is here. But most shareable words, and it's pretty similar, like if you compare it, for example, with Twitter. You see Facebook is more. So whenever Facebook changes the home screen design, everyone is saying something, arguing something, they're retweeting, they're trying to close Facebook, they're trying to, I don't know, get fired designers and stuff like that. So I don't know, this is kind of set of keywords that could tell you something, but I'm not really sure that to all of you will these words mean something. Another thing, the digits, you remember that I said put lists, 5 things to become mayor. No digits, Facebook sharing statistics. So think of that next time when you will create content and when you will try to promote something. Effect on the word video on sharing. This is a comparison. It is much more difficult, although this is a statistics before Twitter.com integrated the possibility to watch multimedia inside their website. But yet, I'm not quite convinced that this graphic is changed so dramatically nowadays. But when someone shares video on Facebook, you can be quite sure that many people will share and watch the video in comparison to Twitter, for example. Let's go to Twitter a little bit. Well, if you want your content to be shared, we mentioned a couple of times, you have to make your content to travel easy. People are using Twitter on mobile phones. People are using Twitter on add-ons on their browsers and in many different ways, through SMS and stuff like that. So if I don't remember your username, I would never be able to ping you or to mention you in my tweet. I would always think of, wait, it was with underscore or with string or with... forget it. Bad, good. Choose a memorable and easy to use and easy to type username. Otherwise you're risking. Learn the signs of retweets. Do you know what a retweet is? No. Do you know what a tweet is? Da. Well, basically a tweet is one single post, is a status update on Facebook. It's called a tweet on Twitter. But it has a limitation of maximum 140 characters. So whatever you do, you have to fit it inside. Maybe it's a link, maybe it goes to video, to photo, to whatever, it's inside. It all counts, all characters count. That's why these short URL services are precious, especially when you have those, like one we have in our country is 0.mk, and then you have just slash and 2 or 3 letters. So it's short as possible URL that you can use. There are